Nicholas Cups, owner of Shopsmith.
My name is Elizabeth Baldwin. I'm the Director of Operations for Shopsmith.
So the short answer is yes. We actually are right now looking to do a limited run on those to test the market to see how they'll perform. We don't want to operate the business looking backward, but it's hard to argue with the success of the mechanical headstock. So we call it a conventional headstock. So we have inventory to make a run of those. We'll be announcing that run shortly. Now that we're back in production of headstocks, that is one thing that we are going to announce. So stay tuned for that. Where we go from there, I don't know. This will likely be a final run of conventional headstocks, but it's kind of up to the performance of it. Will gauge kind of the future of that part. With that announcement, I would say the best way to find out about that stuff is you got to subscribe to our email list. We do weekly promos, but we also offer other very helpful information in that email, and this would be one of them. It may be exclusive to those in the email list, and so if you want access to that, please sign up. Please tell your friends to sign up. Anyone that you know that has a mark or has bought a mark, please sign up. It's the best way we interact with everyone right now. Yeah, we actually think it's good news for us. Teknatool North America and Striatech have filed for Chapter 11. They were effectively middlemen for us as we source these parts from the the manufacturer, who is Teknatool International.
Yes, the closing of Teknatool's North American offices has disrupted the supply chain on chucks a bit, although we have that worked out with Teknatool International now as well, and expect our next shipment of chucks to be within the next couple of weeks. Our supply chain of motors and electronic components has not changed.
We've got a great relationship with Teknatool International, and I'm not concerned about that news at all. Software updates are something that we're working with now, Teknatool International. It always seemed like a bit of a struggle to go through an intermediary to get to them. Now we've got the source. So I think it'll be a lot easier to kind of implement some of those things. They're working with Elizabeth on making that easier for us to do. So yeah, we think that we're gonna have some exciting things announced in the future.
First of all, I think that they're priced fairly. We are very careful to make sure that our products are as affordable as possible. At the same time, at the volume that we use in a year, and then the volumes that we in turn have to purchase from our suppliers, a lot of our runs are small product runs from local kind of mom and pop machine shops locally. So since we are purchasing small runs of product from local mom and pop machine shops, the prices are higher than what we would get if we were purchasing high volume MOQ products from overseas. So the issue with the size of the joiner is actually the weight. And this was an issue that was investigated during product development sometime in the 60s. And they discovered that in order to get that extra 2 inches of clearance for the joiner, they would have had to add, I think it was another 20 or 30 pounds to the overall weight. And the joiner is already our heaviest attachment. It just was not feasible as a 6-inch product. It will never, to my knowledge, be available as a 6-inch option.
Yeah, the last few months have been a real challenge. Our supply chain has thrown us a bunch of curveballs. A few vendors stopped making them or either went out of business, and we were forced to scramble. Given our volumes, we always run tight inventory levels. And so when something breaks, the downstream effect of that is very challenging for us. Fortunately, we think most of that's behind us. So with the integration of our new ERP system, so we're managing inventory more efficiently, we have way better vendor relationships than we've ever had before. I think most of that's behind us. We're in catch-up mode right now. So as we made an announcement a few weeks ago, we're back in production of Headstocks.
We are actively working on multiple fronts to improve our backorder situation across the board. We have an entire dedicated purchasing team working on our supply chain. We are working with supplier partners to bring goods in faster. We're working internally to optimize our production time to get as many products out to customers as quickly as we possibly can. We've heard you. We appreciate the patience that you've had with us, and just know that we are attacking this on all fronts to try and make sure that wait times go down, the supply chain becomes more stable over time, and hopefully, this is a bump in the road towards a much smoother future. My understanding is that there are products available on Amazon or other third-party markets that offer that sort of solution. We have no need to develop a product.
Yeah, so that's a great question. We're working on creating content every day. The push we're making right now is to show what our mark can make rather than how to use it, which is, I think, lacking across all social media. And we encourage our community to submit videos, to submit photos of the projects they make with their mark, whether it's a Mark 5 or Mark 7. That content is great for Shopsmith because that's what's lacking right now in getting our idea and our product out to the masses that have never heard of Shopsmith. I think we spent way too much time over the last decade showing what the machine can do and how to use it rather than what it can make, which is what people care about.
I would also love to see a Forged in Fire type show with only Shopsmith tools. I think that would be great. If anybody has any contacts, get us in touch. If you receive a defective product from us, we will send you a return label to ship it back to us. But it would still be your responsibility to send it to us, so that we can evaluate and then get you a new product back out.
We're still looking at that. I think the last two events we've done have kind of been mixed success. They've been great customer appreciation event. I was hoping to get them to be more of a, let's invite the public in, let's give it a chance of people that are unfamiliar with Shopsmith to come see us and experience us and interact with our vibrant community. And so we're kind of looking at what that next event might be. There's nothing planned right now. But yeah, as soon as we have something, we'll certainly let everyone know. So our intent is to continue to develop our education center here where we do offer classes. I think it will start out with kind of how-to demonstration videos that you can attend live and we'll stream online. We're still working on building that out. Primarily, it'll be a gym project, who would lead that for now. Finding capacity in gym schedule is a challenge, but it's a passion to his and he wants to do it. So stay tuned for that. It's a great idea, and we would love to offer more content like that to people. So I'm hoping to do that later this year. We have one, actually. We're finalizing everything with them. We should have an announcement of that really, really soon. And so stay tuned for that. But yes, Canada should be back in action for us within the month.
I do not see how that's viable.
Ooh, that's tough. I think almost all electronics worldwide in every industry are produced not in this country. And so to bring them back onshore is a major, major undertaking that's going to take decades. I don't see us being able to say 100% made in America anytime soon. That being said, we're 100% assembled in America. And so, yeah, it's a little out of our control. We don't make our own electronics, so we're kind of relying on third-party suppliers for that. The thing with innovation is we're still in cleanup mode. I mean, as everyone has felt over the last few months, as we've struggled to keep up with orders, given our supply chain issues, I'm very confident that we've addressed all of them that we know about. Once we get a handle on that, once we have volumes return to where they were a few years ago, innovation would be the next thing we do there for sure. There's a lot of things that our team's considering and know will be really exciting. I can't obviously talk about any of that right now.
A couple of the projects are really too early to kind of discuss in any detail. One of the innovations that I'm most looking forward to is a possibility of a partnership with Stockroom Supply in Canada, working on bringing their drum sander table to the Shopsmith platform. That's something that we're excited about, at least investigating, seeing if that's a possibility. And again, there are some other things in the works as well.
Thanks for all the questions. Keep them coming. I mean, we value feedback in any forms, good or bad. We also value positive comments across all of our pages too, which help us as a business. So yeah, if you've got questions, if you've got concerns, email us directly. We'll do our best to respond in a timely manner. We hope to do more of these videos as we get a lot of the same questions coming in, especially when we have issues like we've had in the past. This is a great forum to do that. But yeah, keep the questions emailing in, and we'll address them. Thanks, everybody.